Do I have to turn my Twitter on?
Well, yes, you can leave your Twitter open, but I said speak loudly. I didn't say yell into the camera.
Well, that's what you do.
No, I just said speak loudly so it's not soft and you can hear it. Quite.
Getting text.
Who's getting? Uh-oh.
My sister.
All right. Well, do we need to postpone this for texts?
No.
All right. Let's get to moving. Duhop here, the most electrifying man on YouTube entertainment, hanging out today with my beautiful girlfriend. Everybody, it's Maria. Babe, what's going on?
Ready to get this Q&A underway.
Well, yeah, we're pretty excited because she was on Twitter, I was on my Instagram story, and well, we were on the phone and we said we should have some fun. Let's do a Q&A. It could be about anything, no rules. Let's have some fun. Throw it out there to all of the listening audience via Twitter and Instagram that follow us. If you don't follow us, you should follow us. All right, guys. So now we're going to dive deep into all these questions. We're not going to waste any time because there's a lot of them and we want to get to almost all of them. So this could take a minute.
I want to get to all of them.
I want to get to almost all of them. Let's not waste. Get to your Twitter, babe.
Okay.
Get it open, all right?
Okay, 2 questions.
2 questions. Here we go. Who are they from?
It's from Millennial Cowboy.
Fire and deep.
And so I'm not going to read ats because sometimes I mess them up and it takes too long.
Yeah, just read his name.
If you were to hang out with any wrestler, not including MJF, not sure on, who would you hang out with?
Who you hanging out with? Any wrestler?
I mean, I thought about this.
What?
And I had a really hard time deciding because I kind of always wanted to hang out with Charlotte Flair. I feel like she's very into like supporting other women, and I think that's phenomenal about her. So as a female wrestler, I would hang out with her.
Right.
And then if I had to do a male wrestler, if it's not MJF,
Who you going with, babe?
I guess maybe I would want to hang out with Hangman because they, yeah, you know.
You can share a beer with Adam.
I don't drink, but you know, I think that people who get drunk and are wild and I'm sober is the most awesome thing, being a prior bartender. So it's a fun time.
Good Lord Almighty. All right. What's the second
next
question?
was, let's say you're able to change anything in your life up till now at will. What would you change? And he said he's sorry if this is personal, but we don't mind personal.
Yeah, dig deep. What would you change, babe?
I wouldn't change a thing because I wouldn't have gotten to where I'm at today and be proud of myself for everything I've overcome, and I wouldn't have met you.
That's pretty true.
What is your favorite horror movie of all time? It comes from Rachel Stringer.
Who's your favorite horror movie of all time?
You know it.
Go ahead.
Halloween.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That's your favorite horror movie of all time?
When that clown is sitting and driving a car in no air, it's like...
I'll tell you what, clowns are weird and scary, but...
And then the girl clowns, the boobs get big.
So how about we watch that together then?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Can't wait.
But you'll watch Halloween with me.
I think I've already seen it once, but I will watch it again.
There's like 100 of them.
This is Jamie Lee Curtis, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
I'm in.
Okay. From one of my favorite people, Jeremy Sasser.
Sup, Jeremy?
Favorite brand of frozen pizza?
Babe, we do have a favorite
agree on
brand.
that.
We always get it down to Target.
We like AW. We have to eat it.
It's a crispy, what is it?
Pan crust from DiGiorno.
Yes, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. But the crispy one, it's like thick and deep. That's how I like it.
Really, and we really get it crispy.
Well, it's because you got to bake it extra long. You can't follow the actual directions.
This is from Princess Lisa, New York. What do you think the wrestling world would have been like today if the buyout were reversed and it was Ted Turner that bought out WWE and perhaps WCW, but I think she said ECW. That's okay. How do you think the landscape would be, and would there have been a TNA and AEW?
So I'm getting TNA or WCW won the war of sorts and bought WWE, and there was no WWE. How did things change? I don't. Jesus.
That's a really deep question.
I don't even know where to begin with that. You could do a whole podcast about that.
I could.
Ideas There it is right there. I think you should bank on
Jesse.
that. Yep, there it is.
Throw up that Google Doc.
Yeah.
On a quick note, I do think that if they had won and had been the better show overall, that I think that there would still be a TNA, but I don't know about an AEW. Street Just. Were you a fan back when the WWF, NWA, and AWA existed and were battling it out? If so, what was your impression of each company and their world champion?
Jesus Christ almighty.
That's far back, and my dad was more in depth with that stuff, especially the territories.
Yeah, I only watched WWF back then when I was a kid. And my impression of Hogan at the time, I loved him.
I was a Macho Man.
I mean, Macho Man, yeah. When I
was
grew up,
very sad when he went to WCW. But if I ever get the podcast and my dad's a guest, I will have him answer that because he followed that deeply and most of my knowledge comes from him. So, Tigers at the Aquarium said, Cherry Pepsi versus Cherry Coke. A little side note, I don't drink soda.
Yeah,
if I do, it's ginger ale if I have an upset stomach.
Yeah, and I don't give a shit. Just,
okay.
If I want cherry, I want cherry.
But if I'm going to pick, I'm more of a Pepsi girl. Mayo versus Miracle Whip.
Neither.
Well, if you want to go back and watch the video where I force-fed him a mayonnaise and banana sandwich because he lost a bet and he's a loser, you can go see that. But I am going to pick Mayo.
Disgusting.
And the most serious of all, if you could go back through time and change one thing that occurred in wrestling history that you hated, what would it be? That's tough too. What?
I was going to say the Bellas.
The Bellas. Oh my God. Well, if you want to go along that line, when Chyna was around, I feel like she was a legitimate wrestler for the females, where the other ones were kind of paraded around in bikinis and stuff and never really taken seriously. I would erase that from history and want to see women succeed on a higher level like
they're doing now.
Yes. But growing up, that's what I had to watch. And I took to Chyna because I didn't want to be that standard
because she kicked
beautiful
ass.
woman.
Right, yeah.
I wanted to kick ass.
What's next, babe?
What are your go-to true crime podcasts to listen to? This is from Mur. And Mur, we never interacted that much, but you know me. So, I love true crime podcasts. But I am really big on the YouTube personality, Kendall Ray.
Oh, she makes me watch that. She's like, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to bed.
Right, but she's good, though. You've seen, like, a few.
To me, she's like ASMR.
She's not. No, she's
not.
To me,
because I go to bed. You love it.
I watch it because she really gets in depth and explains it. But she does have a podcast, too. I forgot the name of it, but she's really good. I would check her out if you're into that. Do you like MJF?
No.
I was going to wear my I hate MJF shirt today, but I changed my mind.
I answered it like MJF would have. No, with the period.
No, period. Why did you say that, babe?
What?
Because that's how he answered me.
Right.
Can I interview you?
No.
That's from Ryan.
Oh, before.
Right. And J-Rock, who is my guy.
Oh.
Not my guy. You're my guy, but, you know, he's my friend. How early did you get into wrestling? Which wrestler got you hooked into it? I got into wrestling watching it with my dad on the couch back when I was probably 7. And it was a Macho Man promo that scared me terribly because he has such a crazy voice, had such a crazy voice. But I was so intrigued by it that I had to just keep watching him. And then, therefore, I don't like Hulk Hogan. But amongst other reasons. King Jordan _16. This question is from Maria and Duhop. Besides MJF and Seth Rollins, he knows us. Shout out to you for that. Who's your favorite male and female wrestlers, current and from the past? Well, we know from the past my favorite is Chyna and Macho Man.
Right.
Current is AJ Styles and Charlotte Flair.
For me, current male, I don't know. I got a whole bunch of favorites, but probably Drew McIntyre.
Right.
Gotta love it. And for the females, Thunder Rosa's killing it. Gotta love it.
Adrian Abreu? Would you ever wrestle on GTS and become champion? I wrestle him, but he's like, you have to come. And then I'm too tired to come because I work really hard. I work this weekend when you're not supposed to. Why are you laughing?
We'll get into you coming to GTS on a different vlog.
Is that going to be a whole vlog?
It could be.
Of me taking you out and showing that I have the skills? No, it didn't look good. It still boosts the network. I know who you are. You're one of my favorite people, okay? But this question is a troll question only because of the hate that I get for liking any company.
He's just setting you with the volley for you to spike, and then you get the hate.
Right. What are your favorite wrestling promotions from the best to the worst?
So he wants you to list them so everybody can shit on you.
I'm going to tell you 3 only.
In no particular order?
And I'm going to go in order.
Oh.
Okay? Because that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. My favorite wrestlers are MJF and AJ Styles. One is in one company, and the other one is in another company. Right?
Right.
So, I have to say, right now, currently, although I hear Roman Reigns is killing it in WWE, and I'm proud of him and happy for him because even though you hated me on my tweet, you fuckers, I actually never didn't support Roman Reigns when all you people were booing him. Anyway, my favorite is AEW, number 1. But close second is WWE. And then the third, I'm going to say Ring of Honor.
There you go.
Are you going to answer that?
No, you told them. I don't want to touch that.
Favorite horror movie you wished you saw sooner?
Well, that's a good question.
Saw. That you said Saw in there, it's not a coincidence. Saw. It took me a really long time to watch Saw. And then when I watched them, I had to watch all of them in like a week span.
I want to say that movie, Creep.
Creep?
Peach Fuzz.
I got him into that one. Best part of living in Jersey. I lived in South Jersey. I live in South Jersey. Well, kind of South Jersey. And I've lived in North Jersey. I'll say the best thing is that we have New York City. Where I used to live was 15 minutes away. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because the best thing about Jersey is pork roll. Nobody else has got it.
It's Taylor Hams where I'm from. We're not going to do this, though, because, who knows where this might lead our relationship.
Oh, Jesus. Is it sauce or gravy? Because that could end it right now.
For what?
What? Is it sauce or gravy?
It's gravy on Sunday.
Oh, good Lord Almighty. I need more coffee. You
I'm
can
Italian?
continue this.
Okay. So, living in North Jersey, I was 15 minutes away from the city. And living down here, I kind of live on the water. But it's like a 1-minute walk from my condo to the water. If you listen to my podcast in the past, I promised that I would make it to live on the water. And I think I followed through. And it's only a 10-minute drive to the beach, so.
And now you got a hat to go to the beach.
And now I got my big hat, if you saw the vlog before. Babe, what's your favorite thing about living in Jersey since you live here?
You, babe.
But you're a lifer, like you're here for life.
I literally grew
In
up
South
here.
Jersey.
Right. I grew up 5 minutes from here, but my favorite thing is you.
But what about before me?
The boardwalk. I used to walk there with my friends. We didn't have a ride. We'd walk over the bridge. We were hooligans.
Have you met any wrestlers? I have.
All of them.
I've met Mick Foley. I met Chris Jericho. I've met MJF. I'm missing somebody. Oh, and I met Finn Balor.
Can I list the ones that I've wrestled?
I might be missing some. And I guess, I don't know if Duhop counts.
No, it doesn't.
They are a wrestler, though.
No, I guess so. I mean,
And
like
then I
said,
guess your brother, right, Grim?
Yeah, I was going to say.
And then I met the GTS people, some of them, so I don't know if that counts. Those are my favorite people I met. And then Mick Foley is by far the nicest person I've met.
He is a pretty cool dude.
Yeah. What about you?
What wrestlers? There's far too many on the list, and like I said,
Okay, give me your top 3.
The top 3 favorite wrestlers that I've met. I don't know in no particular order, but Rollins was really cool because I got to interact with him and tell him that I made that. 30-day video where I wore.
Oh, babe, don't do any wrestlers that were on GTS or that you.
That's why I went with Rollins.
No, I'm saying like don't add in any.
Okay, but yeah, so I got a good interaction with him. Who else was super cool when I met? Back in the day, Bret Hart was really cool. He gave my sister an autograph, and then she ate his food off his plate. She was like 9, and she's like,
"That's fantastic.
French fry."
I'll take that.
And what was I gonna say? Razor Ramon was really cool. Back, I was like 94. We met him.
I forgot that's Stone Cold.
Yeah, see, like
that was so long ago.
Like I said, there's just too many to list that I've met. So
I met a few backstage at WWE, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't know. So it is what it is.
AJ Styles was in that room though.
Oh yeah, he gave me a too sweet.
Yeah, me too. But I was too scared to like talk to him. Top 5 horror movies.
Oh Jesus Christ! How about top 2?
I gotta say, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream. Scream's up there.
I was never a big Scream fan.
Well, why? Did you watch the only one?
Yeah.
I watched all of them, even the third one, which was so ridiculous, but one of my favorites.
My favorite horror movie is...
Push me.
Well, you couldn't think. So my favorite horror movie is Harry Potter.
That's not a horror movie.
Oh, it's just fucking scary to me.
Actually, Paranormal Activity scared the shit out of me. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't been saying names. Oh my god. We had, I'm sorry, guys. Kid Mikey Wilkes. Favorite homemade dinner. What's your favorite homemade dinner I fed you?
My favorite homemade dinner that you fed me?
Yeah.
Well, you made me lasagna. That was delicious.
Yeah, I make meatloaf too.
Well, you did make me meatloaf. That's right.
But the lasagna.
Was banging.
Because I'm Italian and that's what I do.
And she used sauce, not gravy. Next.
Okay. I don't have to say the same. Like I really like my my lasagna, but I also like my what is it? My son loves it. The penne chicken Alfredo.
Oh, that is tasty shit.
What was your favorite date with Matt? This is Matt.
Hi.
In case you didn't know, if you call him Duhop.
Who left that?
Outed him.
Who left that question?
Edward Stein.
There you go. You can't forget. I say the
I
name.
know, I'm terrible.
So what was your favorite date with Matt, as in me, not Duhop?
When we went to Atlantic City.
Which time?
We went to Atlantic City when we were on a break. And I had a good time. But my favorite time was when we were together recently. Your turn.
Edward left that question for you.
It doesn't say Maria.
It just says, what was your
but
favorite date with Matt?
I would like to know.
Well, then I'll tell you later.
It's for both of us. If you had one candy, what would you have?
I don't know. Who left that question?
Why don't you read who left the question and I'll read the question. Blackbeard B1680.
And it's anything Reese's.
Okay, so chocolate counts in here?
I suppose it's candy.
I'm in the mood for an Almond Joy randomly.
You want that coconut, babe?
But I would probably take a Snickers over everything.
Joey, what a day, Lowery.
Will you come on What a Day? One day.
Was that for me or you?
I don't know, maybe both of us.
I don't know. Hit me up.
One day. Spirit X, yes. Favorite type of pizza? I like plain pizza, but I could throw some onions on it.
I think my favorite is the old style grandma pie with the basil.
Oh, margarita pie, right?
Whatever
Type,
you want. Yeah,
right?
the grandma. I call grandma. The big clops of mozzarella. That's just the banging.
Jesse said, which is my podcast partner, said pretty soon you'll be on 3 YouTube channels. Because we're starting a YouTube channel soon.
She is.
Well, the podcast and me. And I'm glad that all of my people are supportive, Jesse being one of them. Bill and Ted or Cheech and Chong? Bill and Ted?
Bill and Ted.
Venus or Serena? Serena?
Isn't she the one that won a lot more?
I think. But
I'll go with that one.
chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Vanilla. Have you ever gotten a turkey, which is 3 strikes in a row, when you went bowling?
Yes, I did once.
I did too. I actually used to be a really great bowler. With the bumpers on. No, just kidding.
I was a terrible bowler.
From somewhere over the Dwayne Bow. What is your favorite concert you've ever been to? I've been to a few, but I'm going to say, and crucify me for it, but I really liked Maroon 5.
Favorite concert I ever went to, I think I was like 15. I went to see Metallica. That was a rowdy ass fucking concert. It was the first time I'd ever seen Metallica. And the police were in the parking lot taking everybody's booze because they were drinking out of bottles and beer cans and stuff like that. And you needed a cup. So me and my friends went around selling red Solo plastic cups for $15 a fucking cup. We walked out of there with so much merch, Metallica hats and t-shirts and everything because we made so much money in the parking lot. That was a banging fucking show.
From Ann Ferguson, what do you think, who do you think, we thought this was a great question, by the way.
What's up?
Who do you think will be the first AEW talent to jump to WWE?
MJF. Because that's going to make everybody actually fucking hate him and he's going to love it.
I would hate him if he did that. But there was an interview he did, apparently, don't quote me on this, that he said that he is a businessman. And at the end of the day, it's about the money. But
Facts.
I really don't see him going to WWE. But I honestly don't.
Scorpio Sky.
I don't know. You think Scorpio Sky?
I think he's talented enough where they might try to take him, and I don't know. I don't know the man personally, but I mean, it's a great guess. So
that is a great guess because I can't see Darby or any of their like homegrown talent going.
I'm not saying he's not homegrown. I'm just saying
He's been on other things.
So yeah, so to me that's a good guess. King Lucci.
Great question. You can only choose one: coffee or pizza.
Coffee. Facts.
I'm gonna have to agree because
I can't live without the caffeine.
I need it in the morning. Although I would probably be so depressed not having pizza.
Yeah, it would definitely suck. But if given push come to shove, if you take my coffee, we're gonna fight.
This is from Heinz Fender. Do you think bringing back a live audience will help boost WWE's ratings? Yeah, I do.
Not at all. I feel like they need to improve their fucking product where somebody would actually want to go fucking see it. Facts.
Well,
next question.
Before, let me hit you with a fact though. Before AEW came around, we were going to see it, and the product was still the same.
Right, because you were given no fucking choice.
Okay.
Now that there's a choice and people can see that there's other product, whether you like it or not, okay?
I'm not a big fan of WWE, but I would definitely still go to a show.
Oh, fuck yeah, I would too.
Okay.
Because it's a good time.
That's the point.
But I'm a lifer fucking fan, okay? Casual fans and or people that have to spend a lot of fucking money to bring their kids aren't going to buck up that money. It's no problem for me, somebody who loves WWE forever, to take you, get on a fucking train and go to Newark at The Rock to watch Raw, okay?
We just go and park at my dad's house, babe.
Jesus fucking Christ.
A train. Get out of here.
I take my hoe on the train. Hoe train. Come on.
Okay. I take my hoe on the train. Watch your mouth. This is from Tom Gibbs. What movie universe would you most want to live in?
Not Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. I want to live in a horror genre and just like kill people.
Are you going to be the Saw guy? Let's play.
No, I don't want to be that sadistic.
Yeah,
but if I'm running away from a murderer, I want to be the hero. Ken asks, what are things you like to do for fun?
Anything that puts a smile on my face. I don't care. Literally, I don't care what it is. Like, hey, let's try this. If we're going to have fun, let's do it. But my go-tos, going to have fun, I love going on the boardwalk. Ooh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Yeah. My son's older now, so if I'm not playing Switch with him, he's really not interested in hanging out with me. And I'm sure you can attest to that. He goes up in his room and shuts his door. And I like to go... I personally like to go to shows, whether it be wrestling, concerts. I'm not really big on the going out during the day thing, but when it's an event that I'm going to, that I'm looking forward to, that's what I like to do for fun. Waste my money. And then Reggie said, you play any games? Mind games. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she does. She's
I'm
not
mind
kidding.
Control. I'm like a psychic. Hey, babe!
What?
That was a joke.
I know. I was laughing.
We played pranks on each other.
I know. I locked you outside the other day.
And then I like to play those card games that we read. I almost bought it over today.
Oh, yeah, we had a stack of them over there where
like
you
a
can
couple
you can
things.
find out about each other. You can find different scenarios, like what would you rather.
Surprisingly, we're still together.
That's not surprising.
I'm just kidding.
All right, I'm switching over to my Instagram.
Yes, because I have tapped out.
Yeah, I know we
and
answered.
The rest is about
And you wanted to answer all of these, all right? Zach Wack on Instagram says, if WWE was Transformers, who would be a Decepticon? Roman Reigns. Decepticons are bad guys, so all your heels.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Roman Reigns.
Yeah, there you go. So whoever's playing heel, those are your piles of awesome Decepticons. Scott Cohen says, what was your first impression of each other? So, I mean, the first time I saw you, we met on a dating site,
Wait, babe, I just asked you this question not too long ago.
Right, you did.
I did, right?
Yeah. We were sitting outside and we were talking. And I was like, look how cute this girl is. She's got a little jean jacket on, a little thing. Unfortunately, she had to wear a mask because we were at the diner. But a great first impression of how it looked.
Well, I took it off at the table. You didn't run away.
Right. And I liked her smile. I was like, wow, she's really cute. We got to talking. It was a great first impression, a great first date, which led to hanging out. And then I left, and then she dared me to come back, and I did. But that was...
Well, you said you got lost leaving my complex.
I did. And you're like, well, then come back.
And then, well, I guess I agree with the first impression stuff. You know, like, it was raining, and I got out the car, and there was this handsome guy standing there waiting for me. So I kind of, like, slow jogged to you, kind of, because it was raining. And then...
I remember.
And then we went inside, and that's also when we rekindled, had our first date at the same exact place. Our second date.
Yeah. After our break, our second date was at the same spot.
You're going to cut that out?
No. It's all right. It was after we met on a different dating site.
We had to do 2 rounds of this to make sure we could stand each other.
Andrew Buckley says, would you guys ever start an OnlyFans like your brother Grim?
With some of the questions that come through my DM that he can vouch for, it's possible, but I'm gonna go with no.
Babe, you want to? I got some championship titles down the room. You want to? We'll put your hair like it is here, covering some stuff. We'll just put the belt on you, take some pictures. How about I do it? I'll just wear the belt like Shawn Michaels did. We'll put that up.
That's fine.
You guys want to see an OnlyFans? Or you don't? Steven, what was your favorite moment when you were in GTS Wrestling, Duhop, and any favorite match you had? How many title run did you had at GTS as well? I've had tons of title runs, but as for my favorite moments, probably the ones that stand out the most are the cash-in up at Creative Pro, where Bronson beat Grimm with the help of Hawkins, and I came out, cashed in, and took the title back. That was really fun. Super huge pop. What was I gonna say? There was a couple cage matches with Dave or Grimm. That was really fun. The match I broke my rib with Thunder Rosa, very memorable. The time Falaba destroyed me and crushed me. Falaba.
Oh, okay.
Destroyed me and crushed me. When I walked into GTS and I was like, Dave, I'm really tired and I'm hurt. I hope there's not a lot to do today. And he goes, oh, I booked you Falaba. And I was like, cool, perfect.
Now
I could barely walk that day. And he's like, yeah, you got Falaba. And I was like, perfect, yes. So those moments stand out for me at GTS. Logan Hinton says, how old were you guys when you lost your virginity? How old were you, babe?
How old were you?
19. How old were you, babe?
16.
That's average. Don't you have to be ashamed of that?
I'm not ashamed.
I mean, if you said 11, I would be like,
that
damn.
person I lost my virginity to, I was with for 6 years after that.
You don't have to justify it. Nobody
I'm not
gives a shit.
justifying it. I'm just saying, like, you know, I would have. My son's 15. It worries me.
Jacob Davis says, what was your favorite TV show of all time, and what's your favorite WWE rivalry of all time? My favorite TV show of all time? I don't know. Probably growing up, I had a bunch of favorites. Anything with a car racing around in it, from Knight Rider to Dukes of Hazzard.
What if you weren't a big
Starsky and
TGI
Hutch.
Friday person?
Oh, I mean, yeah, you grew up watching that shit too, but you know, I like the stuff with cars in it. I mean, look, Back to the Future and all those things. So, always been that type of stuff. But as for my favorite WWE rivalry, I mean, Stone Cold Rock probably was.
Mine was Stone Cold Vince.
Another fantastic. But
And my favorite TV show of all time was Friends, but Lost is a close second.
Jake Moth, Duhop, would you like to work face or heel? I like to work face. I feel like I'm better at it. I don't know. Some people are better at working heels.
Me.
I'm glad you picked that up. I wasn't pointing to MJF, but I feel like I'm better
You're the
working
heel
face.
in this relationship.
Probably.
Yeah.
Angel City Playboy. If you had a chance to go back in time to see any wrestling match live in the front row, which would it be? Which one, babe? What you going back to see in time? Front row. What match?
When Mick Foley won the title.
Oh yeah. See, I'd love to be front row for what was it? The Taker.
in the Cell.
Yeah, I was gonna say Taker and Foley.
I would have liked that, but I was young, and I think I would have been like terrified.
Anthony Valencia said, "What is your biggest accomplishments?" What's your biggest accomplishment, baby? I mean, you've had a few. I know them, but I'm not gonna say them on you.
But my biggest accomplishment, other than my son, growing up to be a very respectful young man, I think you could vouch for that.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
He's a good kid, very caring. Raised right. But other than that, I bought my own house last year.
Congratulations, babe. It's the American dream. You buy your own joint.
I thought getting my own car was top notch, and then I went up another notch.
You just keep notching. And then you met me, and it was like...
No, that's not true.
I can roast myself. Larry Aldrich, bands that you grew up with and become your favorites. Well, I've got them all tattooed up and down my arm. So if you've at all paid attention to anything tattooed on my body, they're all right there. Pick them out, from Led Zeppelin to Foo Fighters to Rush and all those things.
I don't know how we get along because I'm more of a
hip hop and all those rap things. You know what you keep forcing upon me. Guys, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with Duhop and Maria's. We answered, I feel like, every question we saw. If we missed it, I do apologize. But man, we had a lot of questions. For the time that we tweeted about doing it to the time that we filmed it late Saturday night, I feel like we had a lot of questions, super interaction. I hope you guys had some fun watching it, and maybe we'll do it again in the future. It's up to you.
little more down the road when
it's on her channel. Did I just fucking spoil something?
No,
All right, I'm just making sure.
because I tweeted that.
I know. Guys, we're out of here. Like the video. Leave some comments. What did you think of all the awesome fun today and all of the questions that you guys left? What did you think of our answers? I don't know. We ain't going to know unless you leave it down below. And if you haven't done it already, subscribe for some more Duhop.